everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in and we worked on the front end, taking that out. We got our mirror installed. We got our sunshades put in and the interior is coming quite along very well. Then we also came in the back and we painted the cross rails for the back. So those are ready to go on the truck. However, our paint booth is not cooperating with us today and neither is the weather. So we aren't going to be able to paint today and get the rear end painted so that we can start putting it on the truck. Probably have a couple weeks anyway left of that. We have a paint booth that's not cooperating and we just have to paint the outside edges. So to get those painted and cleared, that'll take a day or two of work and then that'll go in. And I'm sorry, I had some post-nasal drip and now I am losing my voice. So sorry if my voice sounds really, really weird. What we're going to do today, though, is we are going to put the front end back together and see if we can drive and if our noise goes away. So hopefully it is. Hopefully that takes care of the trans issue. So let's go ahead and we are going to start by working on greasing up our bearings. So we need to grease up the spindles, we need to grease up the bearings, and we need to put it together. So let's go ahead, hop up to the front of the truck, and we are going to start getting this thing set up. All right, so here we are at the front of the truck, and thankfully to a friend and a subscriber named Kenny, he got us some wheel bearing grease that he had laying around, and he just let us borrow it. So what we are going to do, and look, it's never been opened. So what a friend, what a subscriber. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate you. Give me a lot of tips along the way, too, because he actually knows what he's doing, and I don't. So first and foremost, we are going to start working on lubing up everything. And we are going to use this high temp red grease, which is meant for wheel bearings. So we have our bearings right here. So of our little ones that shake and rattle, big ones that shake and rattle. That's okay. They're supposed to do that. So we have all that. We also have our seals that need to go in, which I have already had these. Just didn't know where they went to at the time. Now I do. So we are going to start working on putting these brakes together. Now this is specifically for the Performance Online package, the way we're going to be doing it. So yeah, we're going to keep these. I really don't want to go back to the other way, which is this one right here, which I had to, and you can see, grind it out and then use a air hammer to punch it out to get it out of there. But so first and foremost, what we're going to do is we are going to grab a glove. I'm going to grab some grease, put it on there, and we are going to jam some grease in there. All right, so first things first, we don't have a glove. Well, that's not a big deal. We can still use it on our hand, but we need to grease up the spindle. So the spindle needs to get greased as well. So I'm going to throw some on there, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to start working on the bearing. So give me 2 seconds. Oh, hey, I know you're watching the video and I really appreciate that, but can you do me a quick favor? You just smash that like button, hit that thumbs up for me, and maybe hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. It would really help us out. So let's get back to working. Unless you didn't hit it. All right, there was the 2 seconds, and we are back. Those are now greased up. Let's get it off my hand, just to get a lot more on the hand. So what we need to do to start is take our grease, and we're going to pack our bearings. So here is the bearing, and what we need to do is take a bunch out and put it on my hand. All right, so I'm going to take it, put it in there, right? And get my towel. So we have a bunch in our hand, and now we just need to drive the bearing in, just greasing it up as it goes. So as you can see, it gets really, really thick really quick. And we're just going to grease in that bearing and get all that bearing nice and greased up. So don't really need it. I'm going to put a little bit on the inside, but mainly we just want to pack it in there and make sure that everything is nice and greased and nice and lubed so that we have something to spin on rather than just straight metal to metal contact like we had, because I failed. So we are getting there. So we're just going to keep jamming it in. Now there is a tool that you can use to do this as well, but who cares? We don't have that tool. So this one is pretty good. It has a lot of grease on it, so that's good. I don't think we're going to have this one have any issues. So we are packed in there, nice and greased and lubed, nice thin. So we're going to put that one off to the side. So now we're going to take our baby one, our little one, and do the same thing. Get it nice and greased and lubed, and just make sure every inch gets greased, and pack it and push it in to that space. So these bearings are going to be greased up and lubed, and I'm just going to keep jamming, taking a little bit more, just pushing that grease in so that it has something to go into while you're greasing it. And like you can see now on it, it is nice and greased. This one is done. We're going to do the other side real quick, just so everything is greased and lubed and ready. So I'm going to put that there. Got this big one, so we're going to take a lot more grease. All right, so first thing we need to do is set in that bearing. So that bearing goes in like this. Now what we need to do is take our little piece right here, this, and we are going to put in our seal. And we're going to take a little bit of a soft hammer and just tap it in around it. Just make sure it's flush. Okay. And now just run it a little bit. There we go. And now it's time to put it on the truck. So the seal and everything is on. And now we'll just push this on. Perfect. Now we're going to take our small bearing, and now this one goes in like this. So that one goes in that way. And now we need to put on our washer, which is in here, I believe. Yes, it is. And now we're going to put on our washer. Now our washer goes on a specific way because in the spindle there is a hole for that to go. Now we're going to take our castle nut. Now we just need to tighten down this nut, and everything will be good on this side. All right, so as you can hear, the truck is running behind us. We've gotten all the front end torqued down, ready to go. We're gonna go test it and see if everything is okay. So we are really excited to do this, so let's go ahead and start driving and see if we have that noise. All right, so as you can see, we drove around a little bit. The knocking noise is gone. So pumped for that it was just a wheel bearing. Again, thank you, Kenny, for letting us borrow some of that wheel bearing grease to make sure everything was good to go. We have a lot coming left to the channel. Next week, we hope to get back outside and paint. I know it looks sunny, but it's supposed to rain any second. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. We didn't look like we did a lot. We did a lot putting those brakes and that back together. I had to re-bleed the brakes too. That didn't take too long, thankfully, because we have those quick bleeders, thanks to my dad. So now today is the day before Father's Day. So what I want to say before we go is Happy Father's Day to my dad and all the fathers out there. I know I'm not one, but my dad is. I love my dad to death. I love my grandfather, who unfortunately isn't with us anymore. Both sides now, unfortunately. But it's I hope you guys get to spend time with them. I definitely am going to try to. I have some good time with my dad. Um, Life is too short. Don't waste time. Spend time with your family if you can. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. We have accomplished quite a bit. The knocking is gone. The driving is gone. And now I did find out something when I was taking off. Starting in third gear is not great for this truck, and it wants to kill itself. So that's kind of what happened. We tried to start it in third gear a couple times. That didn't work. First gear, that's great gear. Now we had it all around the block. It looks good. It runs great. Can't wait to get some more cameras, some more people out here to help me film. That'll be great to help do some more moving shots of this truck. But it's really coming along. Hopefully next week we will start getting the whole back end painted and getting the wood prepped for paint for the bed. So we have a lot of work to do. We'll see you guys next Saturday when we continue working on the truck.